Hi everyone. This video I want to talk about a new feature we just added this morning. It's pretty exciting. A lot of people that I've talked to about it have been very excited to hear more about it. Just this morning we added a feature for you to set up a way to send invoice approvals to your clients so they can actually sign off on the invoice and the details and terms prior to you booking their trip or running their card for any actual payment. Now, one thing to note is everything that I'm going to show you today is set up as an admin signed in, so I'm signed in as an admin. As far as non-admin users, you may or may not have access to this. If you are set up in a way that you have your own individual invoice template, where if you operate under a different agency name with a different logo, you will have access to this. If you are set up in a way that you use your agency's default invoice templates, you will not have access to edit these, but you will be able to use the ones set up by your owner or admin of your vacation CRM account. So for those that are admins, if you hover over settings, you'll notice a new section in here for invoice approval details. And this is where you actually set up the individual templates. Now there's two columns here. The column on the left would be personal templates just for yourself, and the column on the right are system-wide templates. So you would set these up here and all of your agents under your account could use them. Now if you are a user that has your own invoices that you use separate from the regular agency ones, you will have access to this screen, but you cannot edit or change anything in this column. You have to set up your own personal templates here. Now I'm just going to set one up agency-wide here. So to get started, you just click Add New System Template. And the idea here is you could create different templates for different situations. So one for people that accepted insurance, one for people that declined insurance, or you could do one for cruises or one for groups. You can figure out what's best to set these up, but just know that you can set up multiple. Now for the template name, you just need to name it something basic to let you know which one is this template is. So this one I'm going to say approval without insurance. And then for the logo, you're going to go ahead and insert your agency logo there. Okay, so I selected one and I'm going to click upload and it's going to add my logo in there. And then this is going to be for the body of the email that is sent to the client. So enter your subject, something like that, and then you've got some merge fields you can put in the body of it. So you could say hi client, and then you have to put in the merge field for the invoice approval URL. This is the actual link that they will click on to view their invoice to approve. And then put in any other details you want, and then throw your signature in the bottom if you'd like. And then for the disclaimer, this is going to be on the actual invoice itself. So if you want to load your default agency terms from your standard invoice, you can just click this. Now if you're using the standard ones from that Vacation CRM provides you with out of the box, there may be some things you want to clear out of here. Like I don't know that it's necessary to have the dress code info or the airline check-in or resort check-in info. Basically, this is going to be more for terms related to the client's a trip itself. And this is also where you may want to put things about insurance, like an insurance waiver. So something like and I just threw that in for a filler, but basically you would put in what that means if they don't have insurance, should they need to cancel or their trip is delayed or they lose anything while they're traveling, the medical, all of the things that they don't get because they're declining insurance, or if they are purchasing insurance, you can put in here are the details of that. And then you can set up to 3 checkboxes. So the first one is probably going to be something like I understand and agree. and you can make it required or optional, and you can add up to 3. I'll just put 2 in for now. And then this is the message that they're going to see when they click submit, or when they approve or decline the actual invoice. So you could put in a link to your payment form if your clients typically don't make payment until after they have been sent an invoice and they've approved it. Or you can just put a simple thank you for submitting this. We'll be in touch shortly. Whatever you'd like. And then once you get this all set up, you'll click save. And now it is created. So now that you have one created in here, let's go to a client's trip that you may have booked for them. And I'll just select, let's say, this one here. And now on the actual trip screen and the reservation screen, you're going to see a new button here to send the invoice approval. So when you click this, it's going to give you options on which template you want to send to the client, whether it be the insurance, without insurance, whatever you have set up. So select the one that you want, and it's going to take you to this screen that it is. This is the screen that you're actually sending it from. So it'll load the client's email address here, and then from that template we set up, it'll load the subject, the body. You can add things to the body if you'd like, and then here's the actual invoice that they will receive. And then here's those terms, and here's where it would show the insurance waiver information, and then you're just going to click send. And once you do that, it's going to send to the client, and if you scroll down in the trip, there's a new section to see the status of that. So it'll show the date that you send it out and the status. So right now this one has been sent, but it hasn't been signed. So I sent this to myself, so I'm just going to check my email real quick so we can see what it looks like to the client. Alright, and here is the email that I received from my agent in this case. Now normally they could just click on this link, but since I'm using a different browser just to record this, I had to copy and paste it. So I'm just going to paste it in here. And it's going to load the invoice to be approved by the client. So again, it's pretty much what you just saw on the last screen. The client can go through, make sure everything looks correct, look through the terms and conditions here, and then they have this agreement section. So they can check these boxes. It puts in today's date, and they would digitally sign their name. Now, if they decline this, they can actually ignore the checkboxes and just decline it. But we're just going to approve this one, so I fill everything out. I can save it as a PDF if I want it for my own records, or print it for my own records. But I don't necessarily need to, because I can always click on that link that I received via email to see it again if I need to. And I'm just going to approve this. So now it's approved. Here's that message that I showed on the template screen that you can customize to say whatever you want. And now, as an agent, if I go back into the trip screen and refresh it, it's going to show that the status is approved. And if I was the client and I wanted to, for some reason, view that again, I could just always click on this, and they won't be able to edit it, but they will be able to see that it has been approved already, and they can view their signature details and things like that. So that's what we have so far. The next step that we're going to add is an actual section to the dashboard to show the pending invoice approvals. So you will be able to see a list of any that you've sent out recently, whether or not they've just been sent, they've been approved, or they've been declined. And in addition to that, we also have an auto email template you can set up for these. So it's down here, the invoice approval follow-up reminder. This is the number of days after you have sent that to the client. So if you say, if they haven't submitted it or signed it and approved it within 2 days, send this email. And that will just send them an email that you can set up to remind them, hey, I'm still waiting on you to approve your invoice. So give it a try. Let us know if you have any feedback or if you have any questions on it. Thank you.